in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Intros and preview coming up once we get down under a minute of warm-ups. Until then, feel free to jam out to this royalty-free music here on Midnight Sports. All right, well, officially, hello and welcome on into the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. We'll kill that royalty-free music for you. It's Game 3 of the Central Mass Winter Classic. Today, the Raiders face the Adirondack Thunder in a pivotal game with playoff implications on the line. If the Raiders win this evening, they should be through to tomorrow's semifinals. The Raiders are coming off their big 8-2 win last night against the Salisbury Redhawks, and would love to continue that momentum from the third period into this evening's game. The Thunder come into this game having beaten the Quincy 67s by a score of 4-0 to open this tournament. The Thunder then suffered the same fate as the Raiders when they faced Boisson de Papineau, losing by the maximum allowable score, just as the Raiders did. As such, the Thunder sit on 2 points. The same is true for them as it is for the Raiders. Winner of this game virtually guarantees their entry into tomorrow's games. Given how tight the standings are, though, neither team will have its fate confirmed until all the games are over today at around 7 p.m. What's it all mean? Well, Midnight Sports quantum computers are still figuring it all out. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and check our Instagram page for the latest updates on game times and broadcasts. But for now, stick around. Just 10 seconds left to go on warm-ups here. It's going to be the Raiders, the Thunder, and Period 1's puck drop. Coming up next on Midnight Sports. Well, the players finishing their warm-ups here, gathering some pucks at the net. Word early on from the locker room is it'll be Speaker in net tonight. The Raiders in their road navy blues. The Thunder in their home whites will be going right to left on your radio dial. You can't tune in with the screen on. Let's see who Coach Marchuka throws over the boards here to open the game. Well, maybe just a last-minute strategy session first as the Raiders gather at their net. Finish clearing up the pucks. The Thunder are doing the same at their end. And the Raiders will go back to their bench for some instruction there. Well, the Thunder fans have turned up in good number here tonight. As we look around and see them in the stands. And as always, the Raider fans have done the same. All right, it's Petrocinelli over to talk to Speaker in the crease there. Bit of a pump-up, psych-up speech. And it will be Petrocinelli, Marchuka, Meyerwich, Gosler, and Steinfink out there to open up this game. Marchuka at center ice, adjusts the equipment. We wait for the officials to finish their conversation at the Thunder bench, trying to get some extra pucks, always the home team's responsibility. And so the officials satisfied, got pucks in the pocket and one in the hand. Here we go, puck drop, period 1, game 3. We're off and running. in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Petrosinelli works that up toward Meyerowicz. The Thunder will recover in their own end. It's the Thunder now, racking that around to the near corner, and it sits at the near half wall, and then it's dumped in deeper by the Raiders. Thunder try again up to the near half wall. Puck over at the near half wall. Petrosinelli works it deeper. Meyerowicz is on the far side of the ice, waiting for the pass there from Marchuka. Meyerowicz picks it up at the end boards, feathers it out to Petrosinelli. Puck comes all the way to the near point here, and Steinfink will keep the zone and dump it right back in. It's now Marchuka at the end boards. Thunder rack that around this way to the near half wall. It's Steinfink again with the keep, and he dumps it right back in. No shooting lane for him. Thunder will take over again and work it right back up to Steinfink. Puck rolls on him, and he'll have to capture it at center ice and work it over toward Gossler. Gossler now skates back into his end. Puck comes, but not out, and the Thunder throw that all the way through the slot. Nobody home for them. They'll have to recover on the far side of the ice. They do in the far corner, work it up to the high slot. Shot coming, but Petrosinelli just rubs his man out of the play, and it'll be Meyerowicz coming the other way into the offensive zone. Oh, he's tripped up there, and it's Gossler now on the puck. It's a delayed penalty. Shot comes in, and it's saved there by the Thunder. And so, with 10:51 left to go here in the first period, Raiders to their first power play of the evening. Well, some hard work there by Meyerowicz, dangling his man, and his man couldn't get his foot out of the way in time, and so it turned out to be a trip on the Thunder, so they'll go down a man here early on in the first. It's Petrosinelli, Meyerowicz, Berliner, Marchuka, and Gossler out there as the power play unit. Puck one forward by Petrosinelli, and now Meyerowicz shepherds it farther into the zone. He tries to throw that in the slot. He finds Gossler high. Gossler tries to dump it in deeper. Thunder get in the way. Gossler recovers and sends it to some open ice, but Marchuka will have to pick it up now in the neutral zone. Marchuka on the puck. He goes around one man, gains center ice, and now gains the offensive zone. He sends a shot in, testing the Thunder goaltender early. But the Thunder goaltender equal to the task there, and so with 10:31 left to go here in the first period, it's going to be the Raiders' power play still continuing. It's Meyerowicz now picking it up at the near circle. Works it up to Marchuka. He goes point to point with Gossler. Gossler now steps in, fires, hits a body in front. A nice block there by the Thunder. The puck's going to roll all the way out of the zone, and now they have a 2-on-1 shorty developing. Thunder into the zone. They're in. They try and get there, but Marchuka in the way. Gums up that nice pass through the slot. Shot never put on cage. Now Marchuka works it to some open ice in Gossler. Gossler picks up the puck there. Gossler in his own end, trying to work this puck out of the zone. Thunder, though, take it off his stick, and Marchuka will fire back behind his own cage to pick up the puck and come the other way. Marchuka sends a long pass up to the offensive blue line. Meyerowicz tries to go around his man, recovers that loose puck. 30 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Raiders. Puck sits in the far corner. 9:42 left to go, despite what your clock says. It's Petrosinelli now. He shoots. Oh, a short side save there by the Thunder. Puck comes to Marchuka at the end boards. He looks into the slot, has to curl with it to the near corner now. Puck sits there. Then he finds Petrosinelli and, Samosi. That's 91, not 81. Petrosinelli on the other side of the ice picks up the puck in the far corner, takes a heavy hit. Puck rolls off his stick after the hit, and now the Thunder have a mini break going. It's 5-on-5 hockey. Thunder all the way into the offensive zone. That puck's going to roll too far for the initial shot. Oh, it's going to come into the slot, but not put on goal. And so the Thunder go over the cage on the ensuing shot, and they will have to pick up the puck again in the offensive zone. Unable to do so as the Raiders get to it first. It's Samosi trying to work that up. Makes it so far as the near point, but the Thunder pour right back in with this 5-on-5 skating. All alone in the slot there for a moment was a Thunder player, but they couldn't get the shot on goal. Deflected shot comes in, hits the side of the cage. Speaker kicked it out at the last second. Not sure he saw it. And then a flicked puck goes off the glass and into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage in play here with 8:43 left to go in the first period. Well, some end-to-end action here to open this one. Not even 4 minutes into it. Several shots on goal for the Raiders and one for the Thunder as well. It's a defensive zone draw. Fauci's out there. He's got Koslevsky, Aiden, Tanoff, and Samosi. Puck worked around to the weak side here. Samosi now tries to chip it past his man. Chips it past one, not two. Comes off his stick. He tries again to work that puck out of the zone. Uses the boards. Does get it across the blue line. Thunder dump it right back in. Tanoff now on the puck in his own end. Tries to chip it past a man using the boards. He does the same, but loses possession. It's now the Thunder on the puck in the neutral zone, right in front of the Raiders' boards. Samosi will pick up that loose puck and leave it there for Aiden, who'll return the favor over to Samosi. It's Samosi on the puck in his own end as the Raiders try and get this puck out of the zone. They do eventually, and then the Thunder dump it right back in, but they're offside And it looks like it's 8:09 on the clock. Don't worry, we'll eventually get that right. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. Now, never mind, it's now moved to center ice, as that was where the puck was dumped in from. And so it's Marchuka, Kalemba, Vigliotti out there with Gossler and Steinfink. Marchuka wins that puck forward. Kalemba moves it farther. Now it's Vigliotti breaking into the offensive zone. Shot comes in, hits a skate in front, never makes it to the net. Marchuka all over the puck at the far end. He's in the far corner now. He throws it out front. Oh, Kalemba nearly with the one-timer. He gets wiped out of the play, and Vigliotti tries a tight angle shot. It's sticked aside there by the Thunder netminder. Raiders trying to emerge from the near corner with the puck. Instead, the Thunder have it. They work it up to Steinfink. Puck rolls on him. He'll have to turn and collect in the neutral zone. Dances around his man and tries to break right back in. Finds Marchuka, who dumps that puck in, and now Kalemba fires to go behind the net on the forecheck. Puck comes over toward Marchuka at the near half wall, throws it on net, and we'll get a stoppage in play there with 7:26 left to go in the first. Well, the Raiders pushing here. A lot of shots on goal so far for them, but no blood yet in this one. It'll be Marchuka, Tanoff, Meyerowicz, Petrosinelli, and Aiden out there as the 5 Raiders skaters. Marchuka tries to win that face-off forward. Thunder come away with it momentarily, but Meyerowicz has it there. Sends a shot in that hits a stick in front, never makes it through. So now the Thunder come the other way. Tanoff hurries back to cut off his man, and the Raiders able to dump that out of the zone. Marchuka will pick it up back in his own defensive zone momentarily, and now in the neutral zone comes Marchuka. Gains the offensive zone and dumps in as Meyerowicz fires on the forecheck. He's got Tanoff behind him. Thunder try and work it up, but the shot comes in from Petrosinelli. Can't quite beat the goaltender low, and the Thunder clear the zone. Now it comes up to Tanoff in the neutral zone. Meyerowicz dumps that farther. Puck's going all the way down to the end boards. The Thunder will pick it up there as Marchuka's in on the forecheck. It's racked off the dasher, and Aiden will have to pick it up with the long reach and go point-to-point with Tanoff. Tanoff opens up and then dumps that weak side for Meyerowicz, who scoops it farther in the offensive zone, but it comes right back out on a Thunder stick. Now it's Tanoff working hard in the neutral zone as that puck's fired off the glass into the Raiders' defensive zone. Aiden now back behind his own net, to pick up that puck. Thunder, though, cut it out with a skate, and now look to get a shot on goal. Instead, Petrosinelli with a nice back check gets that puck out of the zone, and then it's dumped into the bench after some pushing and shoving right in front of the Raiders bench. So with 6:14 left to go here in the first, it's going to be a face-off just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. Well, nope. Boy, I should stop predicting where these face-offs will be. It'll be at the far dot just outside the Raiders' offensive zone. And it's Samosi who comes away with the puck. It's Samosi, gains center ice, goes around one man, then two, tries to leave it for Berliner. He does. Berliner in. Oh, he hits the crossbar to Sam Berliner. Oh my, the Thunder, though, coming right back the other way. It's 2-on-2. The Thunder go around, and now it's a 2-on-1 if they can get it to the slot. Oh, Nate Steinfink may have just saved a goal there as that puck came into the low slot. It's Samosi behind the net now, trying to work this puck up and out of the zone. Long reach of Samosi, guides it all the way to the far point, but not out. Gossler now will track back to pick up the puck in the far corner. Gossler behind his own net, surveys his options. He's got 2 men on him, so he just chips that off the glass. That puck came out of the zone, but it wasn't called as an offside, so now the shot comes in all alone in the slot. Oh, the Thunder couldn't put it on net, and Koshlewski now to pick up the puck and try and send it out of the zone. It goes to the far point, it's dumped right back in. Speaker kicks that aside. Steinfink picks up behind his net. Raiders have to be careful. They've driven play so far in this game. Several good chances there for the Thunder, though. Samosi dances around his man in the neutral zone and dumps in. Nice play by him to buy his defense some time to make a change. Gossler's still out there. Tanoff now out there, and it's Gossler right in front of the Thunder bench, trying to gum up the play long enough. He does. The Thunder eventually dump in. No arm raise for icing, so we play on here. Tanoff behind his own net, and he surveys his options, goes straight up into the neutral zone. It's Vigliotti now on the puck in the neutral zone. He breaks into the offensive zone, goes wide of his man, and takes that puck deep. Puck sits at the near corner momentarily. The Thunder do eventually come away with it, only so far as Tanoff. Tanoff shoots in. It's going to the side of the cage, but it'll be scooped up there by the Thunder netminder. So with 4:42 left to go, the Raiders survive that big push from the Thunder, and they have an offensive zone draw upcoming here in the first period. Now it'll be Fauci, Kalemba, Vigliotti out there now as the forward line. Tanoff and Aiden as the defenders. That puck hits a bunch of bodies, and it's rejected all the way down. No arm raise for icing. Nope, now it is. And we do get that whistle. Seemed to be a little bit late, but with 4:36 left to go, it's going to be Face-off all the way back down in the offensive end for the Raiders. We'll do it all over again here. Fauci again at the near dot. Tanoff and Aiden still behind him. Bigliotti and Kalemba out there as the other two forwards. It'll be Fauci there at the dot, winning that forward. Kalemba fires in on the forecheck. Puck comes up to the near half wall, and then Tanoff, who walks in, shoots, tries to go far side there. Nice save by the Thunder netminder. So with 4:27, we'll do it all over again here in the offensive zone for the Raiders. Same three forwards stay out, same two defenders for the men in blue. Fauci jams up the stick of his man. Thunder do eventually emerge with it. All the way into the neutral zone come the Thunder. They're pouring it forward. Here is Aiden will turn in the far corner to try and take his man off the puck. Bigliotti, long reach in, trying to pick up the puck there, and eventually comes over toward Tanoff, who jams that out of the zone, and the Thunder will have to turn and retrieve in their own end. But we do eventually get an icing whistle there on the Raiders, so a defensive zone draw coming up for them here with 4:04 left to go in the first. It's Steinfink, Gosler, Marchuka, Petrosinelli, and Meyerowicz out there for the Raiders. Players discussing which dot this puck's going to be dropped on. Looks like it'll be the far one here as the official has entered the zone. It's Marchuka there. Puck's dropped, poured forward by the Thunder. Gosler will activate to pick up that puck in the far corner. Worked over toward Marchuka. He's going to be able to skate this out of the zone. He's got a 2-on-2 with Meyerowicz here if they hurry. Meyerowicz right down the center of the ice. Marchuka push wide. Meyerowicz gains the slot, waiting for that pass, hits the shin pad of a defender, and then the goalie's leg pad, and the Thunder will get that out of the zone. Puck comes up to Gosler, who tries to jam it farther. Puck sits at the red line, but Gosler does pick it up again, and then he dumps that in. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the first. There's been a lot of Raiders action, but they cannot find that back twine just yet of the Thunder net. Thunder push that out of the zone. Steinfink there to cover. He's got two Thunder men on him, but he's able to work that up. Strong side, just a little bit too hot for Meyerowicz to handle. Raiders do gain the offensive zone. Puck pushed all the way into the near corner. It's Marchuka going around the net, looking, in the slot. Petrosinelli handcuffed there, and then Meyerowicz couldn't pull the trigger, and that bouncing puck just rolls in, and it's gloved by the Thunder netminder. It's a game of inches, folks, and Petrosinelli just couldn't pull the trigger as that puck was a little too close to the skates and a little too far from the blade. So the Raiders will have an offensive zone draw here. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the first. It'll be Marchuka, Petrosinelli, and Meyerowicz out there as the forwards. Aiden and Tanoff as the defensive pair. One by Marchuka. Tanoff finds Petrosinelli, who shoots in, and it's saved nicely there. Again by the Thunder netminder on the laser shot from Petrosinelli. Now this faceoff's going to come at the far dot instead this time in the offensive zone for the Raiders. Same five skaters will stay out. It's Marchuka winning it forward. Thunder take over possession behind their own net. They use the glass to get that up to the near half wall. Meyerowicz stops it there. Two Thunder men all over him. Tanoff pinches, able to keep the zone off the skate, but the Thunder will recover and backhand this out of the zone. Now they come the other way to the Thunder. It's a 2-on-3 because Petrosinelli able to back check, comes in on Speaker, and he's able to just glove it right in the blue paint to prevent any follow-up chance. So with under 3 minutes left to go here in the first, it's going to be a defensive zone draw, but the freezing of the puck lets the Raiders make a line change here, and they will. At least so far as the forwards. It's Koslewski, Berliner, Samosi out there. Gosler and Steinfink remain as the defensive pair. Berliner wins that faceoff to Koslewski, who leaves it for Samosi. Samosi now with speed through the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2, now it's 2-on-3 as the Thunder get back. Puck sent all the way over to the weak side of the ice. Thunder look to pick it up there. Steinfink mans the near point. Thunder come away with it, and Steinfink jams up the play and forces a pass, so now it'll be Gosler picking up the puck in his own end, working it up weak side for Samosi, who takes it in stride off the wall. It's Samosi going around his man. He's rounded his man, in on net, leaves it in the slot. The Raiders couldn't tuck it home there. They were so close. Steinfink picks up the puck, though, and dumps that in deep. It's Koslewski on the puck, throwing it to the slot. Berliner on the one-timer, just missed on the angle, but Gosler able to keep the zone. Wonderful keep as he was backpedaling, and Koslewski picks it up, throws it to the slot. Nobody home there for the Raiders. The Thunder will have to pick it up and get this out of the zone. They jam it farther. Steinfink keeps the zone again, sends it in deep. We're under 2 minutes left to play here in the first. Shot comes in from Gosler, and it's gloved down very nicely by the Thunder netminder. Well, under 2 minutes left to play, and the Raiders were buzzing there, but again, could not find the back of the cage as the netminder for the Thunder stands tall. It'll be Berliner, Koslewski, Samosi, Tanoff, and Aiden out there as the 5 skaters for the team from Long Island City. It's Koslewski now working that puck forward. Tries to work it all the way into the far corner. He does. He's got Samosi in for support. 4 players now trying to kick that puck free, being told to move it by the referee. It eventually comes to a Thunder player. About 94 seconds left to go in this first period. Thunder work it up. Tanoff able to keep the zone, though, and jam it in deep. Samosi now fires in. He's got the puck at the far corner, looking for Berliner in front. Now Koslewski drifts there. Oh, one-timer doesn't connect. But the Raiders try and keep the zone until it is pushed out eventually to the neutral zone, and Aiden has it there. Aiden's got the puck, gains the line, dumps that in. Thunder will take over in their own zone, but only so far as Berliner uses the body, gets in the way of that initial pass. Now the Thunder do pass it out of the zone. 2 Raiders converge on the Thunder player, and Tanoff will end up with the puck, and he just flips that off the glass and out. Samosi picks it up now, shoots. Oh my, off the chest protector of the Thunder netminder. And the puck's going to come all the way down. Will it come in on speaker or not? No, that should be an icing, and it is. Well, 47 seconds left to go here in the first period, and the Raiders absolutely drilling the Thunder net right now. But the Thunder equal to the task. Scoreboard reads the same, despite the number of shots. And so it'll be Marchuka at the far dot. He's got Petrosinelli and Meyerowicz out there with him. Marchuka wins that forward at the dot, but the Thunder come away with it. Shot comes in. It's stopped before it reaches the cage. Gossler, oh my, line drive, shortstop catch there by Gossler, keeps the zone. Rolling puck comes to the top of the near circle, and then it's fired out. Thunder have a chance here, but Steinfink's going to get to it first and shepherd that puck out of harm's way, all the way up to the blue line, and now out. Steinfink's got some time here to set up in the offensive zone. He's got Meyerowicz with him, who picks up the puck there. It's Meyerowicz trying to go short side. Oh, the rebound comes to Marchuka, and that's a Raiders goal. Oh, my. Just 20 seconds left to go there, and the Raiders do finally find the back of the net on the rebound. Wonderful play by them. It all started with Steinfink rushing back to his own defensive zone, beating his man to the puck, and starting that play up into the neutral zone. Well, ensuing faceoff is going to be Marchuka, who works that puck forward. Petrosinelli now picks up the puck in the offensive zone, throws one in, blocker down by the Thunder netminder, and then Steinfink keeps the zone, tries to send it deep into the slot, but it's cut out. He's able to jam up this play in the neutral zone, and the Thunder just fire in to kill off the rest of this period. They do, 2 ticks and now 1 as the pass hits Gossler and doesn't make it to the slot. Wonderful end of the period there for the Raiders, and stick around. We're going to do it all over again here momentarily for the second period. We'll put 12 minutes on the board, and we'll see you just after these messages.
Hey there, hockey fans. Rowdy Howdy from Rowdy Howdy Automobiles. I'm in a non-extradition country right now, but that doesn't mean you can't get a great deal on a car, truck, or a SUV. Come on down to Rowdy Howdy's Automobiles.
It's non-extradition weekend.
And don't be dismayed when our salespeople ask you to sign a liability release just to come on our lot. That's just the Rowdy Howdy approach to selling cars. Don't believe me? 4 out of 5 Rowdy Howdy customers says they were pleasantly surprised by how many of the cars had wheels. Come on down to Rowdy Howdy Automobiles, 1234 Fake Ad Boulevard, just off the interstate by the biggest American flag you've ever seen, and make you a deal today.
Well, looks like we're ready to roll here. Puck drop for period 2 right now. We're going. It's Fauci, Kalemba, and Vigliotti out there as the forwards. Tanoff works that puck into the offensive zone. Vigliotti's able to keep the zone and work that deeper for Kalemba. At the near circle, Vigliotti tries to go high, hits the chest protector of the Thunder goaltender, and the Thunder will break the other way. They've got numbers. It's a 3-on-2 developing. It's gummed up there, though, by Aiden at the blue line, and then Vigliotti taken out of the play. Looked like a stick might have gotten under his skate blade. No call, though, as the puck comes to Kalemba and finds Fauci in the neutral zone. Fauci takes it in stride into the offensive zone, goes around his man, looking for Vigliotti in front. Instead finds Kalemba, who pots the goal. Oh my, Jackson Kalemba with a goal as that puck rolled to the front. You can see what it means to the Raiders here as they celebrate with him. With 11:26 left to go here in the second, all of a sudden it's Raiders 2, Thunder nothing. Well, a good team play there for the Raiders as they work that puck all the way deep and found Kalemba at the net front as a late trailer. Now it'll be Berliner, Kishlevsky, Samosi as the Raiders fans are getting into it. Samosi takes that Berliner face-off win. He's going to come right back into the offensive zone now. It's Samosi trying to leave it. Puck rolls in, and then it comes over to Berliner, who scores. Oh, just like that, the Raiders extend their lead to 3. And the bench is going wild. Well, the Raiders with some push here. They were stymied most of the way through the first, but they found the back of the net early on here with 11:14 left to go in the middle frame. It's Raiders 3, Thunder nothing. It'll be Berliner, Samosi, Kishlevsky, Tanoff, and Aiden out there. Puck sits at the dot after it's dropped. Samosi will again emerge with it. Samosi has the puck over here. Aiden will help him shepherd it farther. Kishlevsky, gums up his man and enters the offensive zone with the puck and his man all over it. Now there are 3-4 Raiders in on the strong side, but Berliner comes away with it. Looking for Samosi. It rolls to Kishlevsky. Can't pull the trigger as he's upended by 2 Thunder men, and they'll break the other way, will the Thunder. Thunder through the neutral zone now, entering the offensive zone. They hit the skate of Aiden. That puck's going to go well wide of the cage. Thunder will pick it up here in the near corner. Raiders need to be careful of any let-up here after those 2 early goals in the second. Tanoff able to get that puck out of the zone, dumped right back in too soon by the Thunder. So with 10:34 left to go here in the middle frame, period of the long change, as it were, it'll be a face-off coming just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. It'll be Petrosinelli, Meyerowicz, Steinfink, Gosler, Marchuka out there to take this draw. Puck dropped, and the Raiders come forward with it. It's Petrosinelli entering the offensive zone, but that puck had just rolled beyond the blue line, so we get a quick offside call on the Raiders. Faceoff should come just outside the offensive zone for them. It does. Same 5 skaters will stay out there. And Marchuka wins that faceoff, and the Thunder will emerge in the neutral zone with it. Nice long stick by Gosler, able to cut out that play and push the Thunder offside. So with 10:20 left to go here in the second, we're going to do it all over again. This time outside the Raiders' defensive zone. It's Marchuka there at the dot, just outside his own blue line. Thunder win that faceoff. They'll fire it in. Dump and chase strategy here for them. Gosser picks up the puck at the end boards, reverses over, Steinfink over to try and guide that puck out of the zone. It comes to Marchuka instead. Marchuka on the puck, and he works it over weak side for Meyerowicz. Thunder there first. Pass comes into the slot. Oh, Steinfink, really well done by him to get past his man in the slot with that puck. Would have been dangerous if he had lost it. Instead, though, Steinfink in the offensive slot tries to send it over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz collects, tries to get on the forehand. Puck rolls off his stick at the last second. It's Gosser now, waiting, going point to point with Steinfink in the neutral zone as the forwards clear. Steinfink takes a heavy hit there, and the Thunder emerge with it. Thunder into the zone. They dangle into the slot. Speaker able to guide that puck a little wide. Might not even have hit him as the Thunder come away with the puck at the end boards. Thunder have it momentarily until Gosler gets there into the near corner. Puck sits at the near dot. No, it comes in on Speaker. He's able to slide over and make the save, but the ensuing shot on him does score. Oh, Speaker made a great save on the initial shot, but he was down on the ice. And so with 9:19, it looks like, left to go here in the second, the Thunder strike back. It's now Raiders 3, Thunder 1. Now it's Fauci at center ice here to take this draw. He's got Vigliotti and Kalemba out there with him. Tanoff will take the face-off win, work it up off the glass. Vigliotti tries to guide it farther, sent right back out of the zone by the Thunder. Heavy hitting now right in front of the fans as Tanoff takes over the puck, goes off a stick. That bouncing puck doesn't reach Kalemba as the Thunder come the other way. They gain the offensive zone, do the Thunder. Pushed wide there by Fauci as he leans on his man. And Aiden will stop and curl with the puck and then send it over the weak side by Vigliotti at the near half wall. Puck still in the offensive zone for the Thunder, but without possession. So now Fauci emerges in the neutral zone with the puck. He's going to go all the way to the offensive zone there. He blows a tire, still gets the shot off. Didn't get as much on it as he wanted to, but it's covered up by the Thunder netminder. And so with 8:46 left to go here in the second, the Raiders will have an offensive zone draw. Same 5 skaters will stay out there for them. It's Fauci over the dot. Puck's dropped. He wins that forward. And the Thunder look to come away with possession at the end boards. They do. They send it weak side to the far half wall. It's chipped just past Tanoff. And now Aiden will go over to cover. Aiden over there as the shot comes into the slot. Doesn't really threaten Speaker there as it goes well wide. Looked like more of a pass by the Thunder, but nobody home, and the Thunder will have to collect again in the neutral zone. They hit the stanchion here. Takes a weird carom off the glass there, so Tanoff will curl into the slot. Still Tanoff. He shoots. Oh, a wonderful save there by the Thunder goaltender, and a little bit of what for after the play all over the blue paint. But a wonderful save there as the Thunder goaltender was reeling back to get that puck at the last second, and Tanoff had driven about 150 feet into the zone. But the Raiders have an offensive zone faceoff to show for it. Puck's won by the Raiders. Gosser with an amazing keep at the blue line. And the Thunder will collect the puck in their own zone and try and work it out. It's Samosi on his man. He takes him out of the play. That's going to be a penalty, though, as the Raiders touch up with 8:05 left to go here in the second. It's going to be Raiders to the box there as that puck made it past his man. So Samosi's going to go, looks like for elbowing given his height, but could have easily been called interference as well. Penalty on the board. Looks like spin the wheel on your penalty time, but today's penalty is 2 minutes. And so it's 5-on-4 skating here. Raiders try and work that puck out of the zone. It's at the far point. It hits Speaker. He didn't know much about the rebound, but he did enough to keep that puck out of the net. And the Raiders dump that all the way out of the zone. Icing waved here, interestingly. And so now the Thunder will pick up the puck and try and work it out of the zone. Berliner on the forecheck, gums up the play. Steinfink able to keep the zone long enough for Berliner for a moment, but now the Raiders will have to pick it up in the neutral zone. Koslewski guides it farther, right back in, deep into the zone. Still 1:24 left to go on the penalty to the Raiders. It's Berliner all over his man, though. Separates him from the puck momentarily, and now it's Koslewski to try and fire it farther. Comes to a Thunder player, and the puck sits in the Thunder zone as they do pass it eventually out of the zone into the neutral zone. Steinfink there, though, pick up the puck, gains the line. He's just going to dump that in deep to kill more of this penalty. Raiders fire in gently so as not to get trapped in the offensive zone down a skater. It's Koslewski pinching in to keep the zone. Puck comes to Berliner, just dumps it in deep again. The Thunder will have to pick up behind their net. Thunder do have speed now in their own zone. They're going to skate this out into the neutral zone, and then the Raiders will fire. It comes to a Thunder player in the offensive zone, though, until it's finally sticked aside by Gosser. Gosser gets the puck, racks it around to the weak side, and Steinfink will need to pick it up there at the near half wall. Rolls a little farther for him, but it's kick, save, and a butte by Gosser all the way up to the blue line. Ensuing shot goes wide of the cage, and Steinfink will pick it up there. 28 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Thunder here. Steinfink just harasses his man off the puck and still does it in the far corner. Finally comes to a Thunder player. They curl in towards Speaker. They try and send a pass in. They send it all the way to the high slot. Now they're in the low slot. They shoot. Speaker snatches that out of the air with 6:26 left to go here in the second. Oh, he grabbed it out of air, and we keep this for the Raiders, a 2-goal game. 11 seconds left to go here on the man advantage for the Raiders. It's going to be a defensive zone draw at the near dot. It's going to be Tanoff and Aiden out there. Marchuka wins that faceoff, and he's going to take it behind his own net. He's going to send it weak side. Aiden will fire over to the far corner and just... the puck will come up to the blue line. They go point to point, do the Thunder, and then they dump it right back in. It's 5-on-5 skating again here as Marchuka goes after his man. Puck comes into the slot again. Shot comes in. Speaker blockers that aside. Thunder still have possession. They throw it through the slot. Nobody home there, and Petrosinelli will pick up the puck in his own zone and get it into the neutral zone. Now it's the Thunder in their own end, trying to work that puck out of the zone. They do. It comes to Petrosinelli, though, fires it back in just a moment too soon. So with 5:53 left to go here in the middle frame, it's going to be a face-off just outside the Raiders' offensive zone. Well, players curling at center ice. We'll see where this puck's going to be dropped. Looks like it is going to be center ice. Must have been sent in by Petrosinelli, closer to the red line than the blue. And so it's Marchuka, Meyerowicz, Petrosinelli there at center ice. Puck's dropped. Marchuka wins it to Petrosinelli. Look out. Petrosinelli gets it on the wrist, and it takes a deflection on its way home. So at the near corner, it's Marchuka who picks it up after Petrosinelli left it there for him. Thunder find the puck and send it all the way up to the far point. Tanoff able to keep the zone. Rolling puck gets past a Thunderman and comes to Marchuka deep in the zone. Marchuka tries to work that up for Meyerowicz. Instead, rolling puck finds a Thunderman, and they're through the neutral zone are the Thunder. They dump that in once they gain the line. Puck's going to go all the way to the end wall and sit behind the cage until Aiden racks it to the near side here. Petrosinelli lifts a stick, leaves the puck for Marchuka. Marchuka with speed, gains the offensive zone. It's Marchuka now trying to work that puck in deeper. He does. He's at the end wall and looking for a teammate. He's at the far corner, works it up to Steinfink, who slaps it in just wide of the cage. Two Raiders waiting for a rebound there as the Thunder will come away with the puck, but not out of the zone just yet. Thunder will get another bite at the apple. Comes up to Petrosinelli at the near point, who dumps it in deeper. Thunder will turn to pick up that puck, send it to the weak side, but Meyerowicz will be there first. He slaps it just a little bit farther until two Thundermen rub him out of the play. Steinfink keeps his zone momentarily, and then the rolling puck comes to Gossler in the neutral zone. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the second. Gossler will use the glass to get that puck out of the zone. Thunder break back in, but it looks like a moment too soon. That was a tight offside call on them, but an offside call nonetheless. And so with 4:38 left to go here in the second, Thunder are offside, and it's going to be a face-off just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. Well, it'll be Fauci, Kalemba, and Vigliotti out there at the dot. Kalemba emerges with the puck in the neutral zone. He gains the offensive zone, does Kalemba. He's pushed wide, looking to his slot, and Vigliotti was waiting for it there. Didn't quite reach him, though, and Kalemba gets the puck back, leaves it for Vigliotti. Now back to Kalemba. Puck bounces off a few skates, low in the zone. The Thunder are going to come away with it. Fauci shoulders his man there, try and gum up the play. It's going to come all the way up to the near point, but Aiden keeps the zone, fires it off the official, and the rolling puck does leave the zone. And now the Thunder have the puck in the neutral zone. Gummed up by Tanoff, though. A wonderful play by him. Speaker gets down to make that save. Raiders send that up past the blue line. Vigliotti looks to track this puck down. There's two Thundermen cutting him off, and they'll beat him to it. The Thunder with the puck in their zone. They fire it up to the blue line. Not out just yet. Now it is. And Vigliotti back on the puck there in the neutral zone. Tries to work that farther for Kalemba. Vigliotti takes a big hit there in the neutral zone. And the Thunder emerge with it. They gain the offensive zone, do the Thunder. They throw it in on Speaker, who's just going to snap that glove on it and freeze the puck with 3:40 left to go here in the second. Some heavy hitting in that last 30 seconds or so of play. And we'll see who's going to the box now. Looks like Vigliotti to the box. And we'll see what they throw on the board. It's 1:30 on this. So using some context clues here. Looks like the earlier penalty was wouldn't call it a major necessarily, but it was a 2-minute penalty as opposed to this minor, which is 1:30. 3:40 left to go here in the second. It's Berliner winning that faceoff back to Gossler. The Raiders are down a man here for the next minute and 25 seconds. Puck comes up, and it looks like it's Samosi nearly lifting the stick of his man in the neutral zone. The puck does come out of the zone off the Thunder, and it just sits in the neutral zone as the Raiders have two men right in front of the scorer trying to bounce that puck farther. It's Steinfink, who's in the middle of it all, trying to gum up the play. He's done well so far, and the puck does come to Samosi, who can't quite go around his man, so the Thunder go point to point there. Now in the neutral zone, the Thunder try and build up speed, but instead, it's Berliner gaining the zone, but no farther than the defender in front of him. Samosi now on the puck, looks to dump that in deep, hits the man in front, and now with a strong stick, able to keep the zone. He just shoots that in deep, nearly on goal. It's gloved down by the last Thunder defender. Thunder break out into the neutral zone. They try and round a man, nearly in on Speaker, but of course Steinfink there, and he's able to cut out the play again in the defensive zone. Steinfink-Gossler pairing, putting in some good hard shifts here this afternoon in Marlborough. It's Berliner now breaking in the offensive zone. Still 28 seconds left to go on the man advantage as the Thunder send that all the way down towards Speaker. That was going to be on goal, so he's going to have to play it, and he leaves it there for Gossler. Gosser on the forehand, tries to go around his man. It's just chipped off his stick at the last second. Now the pass comes in, hits the back of the cage, and Steinfink guides it farther to the far half wall. Shot comes in, Speaker gets down, rebound still loose. Gosser there to work that puck all the way around to the weak side. Koslewski trying to settle that puck down after it hits another stanchion, and the puck just sits in the zone. Koslewski fires that up toward the blue line. Berliner will accept it there. It's 5-on-5 hockey, looking for Marchuka, just a little bit too far for him. So with 2:03 left to go, the Raiders have an icing on their hands, but nearly had a home run pass for a streaking Marchuka waiting at the offensive blue line. Now this faceoff's going to come to Speaker's left. 123 seconds left here in the middle frame, and it's going to be Marchuka at the dot to win this. He's got Aiden and Tanoff as his defenders behind him. Puck comes all the way to the far point, not out of the zone just yet as the Thunder dump that in deeper. Aiden on his man, able to gum up that pass. It's going to roll to Meyerowicz, jams it farther out. This spinning puck, though, probably going to cross the end line. It does. And so, just despite what your scoreboard says on your screen, it's 1:48 left to go here in the second. It's cold enough in these rinks that the thumb to start the timer isn't warm enough to start it every time we touch the screen here. It'll be Marchuka there at the far dot. Puck dropped, won by the Thunder, up to the far point. Shot comes in, goes wide of the cage. They were looking for a deflection where the Thunder didn't get it. And now Marchuka able to guide that puck off the half wall. Not out of the zone just yet. Thunder working hard to keep the zone. Looked like that puck may have crossed the blue line. It did. And so with 1:33 left to go here in the second, it's an offside on the Thunder. And time to remind you, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Now with a clock, we sometimes forget to start and other times forget to stop. It's Midnight Sports. Well, I feel targeted by that ad, but in any event, we play on here in the second. It's the Thunder working the puck through the neutral zone now. Aiden will turn into his own zone to pick up the puck. He's on the backhand, switches to the forehand, gets that out, strong side to Petrosinelli. Petrosinelli now curling with the puck through the neutral zone. Over a minute left to play here in the second. Petrosinelli all the way in the offensive zone. Oh, he goes high and just wide of the cage. Aiden will have to track it down here in the neutral zone. He goes point to point for Tanoff. Now Tanoff on the puck. Works that up toward Meyerowicz. Ooh, my, a little behind the back play there by Jake Meyerowicz. Gains the zone and Marchuka fires in. Comes back to Meyerowicz. Tries to dance around his man. Thunder racket around to the near side. Aiden pinches in, keeps the zone. Marchuka finds Petrosinelli in the slot. Petrosinelli tries a backhander up and over. Under a minute left to play here as Meyerowicz tracks down the puck. Leaves it for Marchuka on the backhand. Marchuka thinks about dancing around to the other side of the cage. It's sticked off his stick, though, and the Thunder will pick up the puck, but the Raiders dump it right back in. It's the Thunder on the puck now at the end boards in their defensive zone. It comes to Petrosinelli at the far circle. Petrosinelli waits and sends that feathered pass in, looking for a player. It gets back to him, though. He goes just wide of the cage there on that ensuing shot. Marchuka tracks it down, tries to dump it in deeper. Thunder emerge, but not out of the zone just yet. 15 ticks left to go here as the Thunder come through the neutral zone. It's a tight one right now, folks, as the puck rolls and now comes over to Gosser, who guides it out of the zone again. 7 seconds left to go here as Aiden picks up the puck and leaves it for Vigliotti. That'll do it here for the second period in Marlborough. A little bit of hitting here. No arm raised, though, on that last hit. And the Raiders bench happy to see the end of the period here. Well, stick around. We're going to do it all over again in just a moment. Put 12 more minutes up on the board right after these messages. Hockey fans, are you upset at your neighbor, coworker, or friend? Have you struggled to figure out a way to passive-aggressively get back at your colleague for some ambiguous transgression that surely they don't remember, but you hold on to as a grudge like a dog clinging to a bone it shouldn't have? Well, struggle no more. At Prank Medical Boxes, we are happy to send your neighbor a brown box, loudly announcing that inside the box there is medicine for stinky feet, uncontrollable nose picking, or our best seller, overpowering and sustained flatulence. We even delivered office meetings. That's Prank Medical Boxes, helping you deal with your personal vendettas in the least productive way possible. Well, looks like we're ready to roll here. As the Raiders get 5 skaters on the ice. They do. Puck one forward there by the Raiders. We'll get that timer going. As the puck sits in the neutral zone. Thunder will come away with it in their own end. And they'll go all the way behind their own cage now as they're harassed by Berliner. Puck comes over to the far half wall, kept in though by Aiden, who jams it in deeper. Koslewski fires at the end wall, forces a pass to the near half wall, comes up to Tanoff. Tanoff gets it on the forehand, sends that puck in, doesn't get all the way through as he was looking for a deflection, and sends it deeper though. Berliner now on the puck, and the Thunder will emerge with it. Thunder skate this out of their zone, into the neutral zone, and they're stopped there, upended by the referee. Good thing he had a helmet on as he goes down, and Aiden will take over the puck at the red line. He's pushed off the puck there, right in front of the Raiders bench, but Samosi back for support, picks up the puck. He looks up the ice, and he'll work that puck all the way into the neutral zone, and Berliner on the puck, gains the offensive zone, throws a rolling puck in, sticked aside there by the Thunder netminder. Thunder come away with the puck out of their own zone. Game getting a bit stretched here in the final frame. Comes over to Gossler. Gossler leaves it for Berliner. Berliner finds Koslewski going through the neutral zone. It's Koslewski now working that puck in deeper. He rounds his man, gains the offensive zone. Koslewski on the forehand, sends it in. Saved nicely by the Thunder netminder. The Thunder will come the other way, but not out of the zone just yet as Marchuka finds some open ice and throws it in deeper. Marchuka harasses his man, forces a pass into the far corner. And Marchuka now still all over his man as the Raiders are making a change. Steinfink dumps that rolling puck in deeper. It's Marchuka again on the puck. Goes around the net, buys time for all the Raiders forwards to come in. Petrosinelli on the puck now. Petrosinelli has the puck on the forehand, leaves it for Marchuka. And now it's racked around all the way up to Steinfink, who finds the puck, tries to dump it in deeper. Hits a stick, though. Now the Thunder look to get on this puck. It should be an icing, as it's going to come all the way down. It is. So with 10:07 left to go here in the third, it's an icing on the Thunder as they look to break out. And it'll be an offensive zone draw upcoming here for the Raiders. Now it's Marchuka, Meyerowicz, Petrosinelli, Steinfink, and Gossler out there. Puck's dropped. Sits at the dot. Eventually the Thunder emerge with it at the near corner. They send it over to the weak side and pick it up at the far half wall, but only so far as Gossler sends a laser bouncing in. But it's stopped by a body in front. Now Marchuka looks to pick up the puck in the offensive zone. Instead, the Thunder are going to turn and use the boards to get that out of the zone. It's Gossler who just kicks it farther at the blue line, and the Thunder try and work it past him. They can't. Puck comes right back into the Thunder zone, but only momentarily. That bouncing puck, though, icing's going to be waived here, and so Steinfink will turn to try and pick up that puck and work it out of the zone. Marchuka on the puck as well. He's got the puck on his stick in his defensive slot. Skates that out of the zone. It's a 2-on-2 as he picks up some speed. Long stick, though. Sees Petrosinelli pick up the puck instead. Petrosinelli curls in, tries to go with a shot in on goal, and it's just a stick in his way before he's able to pull the trigger, so that puck comes all the way through the neutral zone, and it's going to be Steinfink to pick it up there in his far defensive corner. Steinfink on the puck there. Keeps it from rolling off his stick. Dances around a man behind his cage, but a rolling puck does eventually find the Thunder, and then back to Steinfink after Aiden and Petrosinelli were there for support. Raiders trying to break into the offensive zone. It's turned the other way by the Thunder, so Aiden will go point to point with Fauci. Fauci out there now, finds Vigliotti in the neutral zone and tries to turn with the puck. Just comes off his stick at the last second, so Steinfink picks it right back up at his blue line. It's Steinfink on the puck, looking up ice. Gains the line and dumps in. Thunder will pick it up in their own end. They'll come up to their blue line with the Thunder, and now the neutral zone with some speed. Steinfink comes up the play at the blue line. The Thunder break in, but they're offside. So with 8:33 left to go, we're going to have a face-off coming in the neutral zone. And time to remind you, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Are you warm? I'm not. I'm jealous. Midnight Sports. That'll be Fauci here at the near dot. Works that over to Kalemba. Kalemba gains the line and sends that in deep. Vigliotti now with speed in on the puck. Comes all the way up to the near point. And Fauci will track back to the neutral zone and pick up that puck. It's Fauci on the forehand with the puck in his own end. Works it out of the zone. Thunder, though, try and take over. Nice back check by Vigliotti. Takes the puck off his man. And he tries to dump in. Hits a man, though. The Thunder try and turn that puck right the other way. It's Tanoff on the puck now. He's able to feather it past everybody all the way in. We have 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. It's Kalemba on the puck. Finds Vigliotti. Vigliotti shoots in. Oh, a nice shot there. A better save by the Thunder netminder. So the Thunder come the other way. It's the Thunder through the neutral zone with some speed. Rubbed off the play there by Aiden in the far corner. Aiden takes a hit and leaves the puck for Vigliotti. A good team play there by Aiden. Sees Vigliotti emerge with the puck. He gains the line and dumps that in. And so the Thunder will have to pick it up in their own end. Fauci on the forecheck, able to pick up the puck. Tries to send it over toward Kalemba as he's making a change. The Thunder will emerge with it. It's a 4-on-2 here for the Thunder into the offensive zone. The Thunder try and go around the defenders and then send it into the slot. A nice skate there by Nate Steinfink. Guides that puck wide, and Marchuka will pick it up now. It's Marchuka head manning it up toward Meyerowicz. Just comes off his stick at the last second. So the Thunder come right back the other way. It's the Thunder through the neutral zone. Let's see if there'll be a hook called here. No hook called, and the Thunder keep going. So Speaker able to just stop that puck out of air. And so with 7:04, it looks like, left here in the third, it'll be a defensive zone draw upcoming for the Raiders. Marchuka at the dot. He's got Petrosinelli and Meyerowicz as his forwards. Gossler and Steinfink out as the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Raiders. Gossler guides it farther for Meyerowicz at the near half wall. Tries to chip that out of the zone. He gets another bite at it. Can't quite get it past his man as the Thunder break into the slot. Backhander comes in, hits a body on Gossler, and now it's in the slot. Speaker's able to fight that off as it climbs up his body. Oh my, that puck was on the ice and then slowly started to climb up his shoulder, and he was able to do a little electric boogaloo on that puck and keep it back out in front of him. So defensive zone draw upcoming here for the Raiders with 6:46 left to go in the third period. Samosi emerges after that face-off win with the puck in the neutral zone. He's going through his speed, trying to split his defenders. He kicks that farther, deeper into the zone, at the very least for the Raiders. They're trying to push Samosi off the puck. He keeps his skates, still has the puck, and then he'll turn and dump it in deeper, and Berliner will fire in at the end wall to pick up the puck. It's Berliner on the puck, on the forehand, looking for Aiden. He finds him. Aiden tries a one-timer, can't get all of it, and the Thunder able to get that puck out of the zone, but only again so far as Aiden. Aiden has that puck at the blue line. The Raiders break right back in, send a shot in, and it's gloved down nicely there by the Thunder netminder with 6:14 left to play here in the third period. Now it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. To the Thunder goalie's right. Raiders will get some fresh defenders out there in Steinfink and Gosta. Berliner winning that faceoff. Samosi tries to pull the trigger. Rolling puck comes in. It's sticked aside. And then the follow-up saved very nicely there by the Thunder netminder again. So 6:10 left to go here in the third period. And it looks like it'll be Berliner at the far dot. Schlesky, Samosi, Gossler, and Steinfink still out there. Another rolling puck comes in, and we'll do it all over again with 6:08 left to go here in the third. One again by Berliner to the slot. Samosi guides it farther. The Thunder will have to pick it up in the near corner. They work it only so far as Koslevsky, who cuts out the threat. Then it comes over to Samosi and back to Koslevsky, who works it in. Tries to send that in on the backhand, and it's sticked aside by the Thunder netminder. Berliner, though, heavy back check. Well done by him to keep the zone. Samosi ends up with the puck. He curls around, sends it over to Berliner. Oh, the one-time deflection saved amazingly there by the Thunder netminder. It was going to be Samosi for Berliner. It was chipped farther, but it was a wonderful save there by the Thunder netminder. And so it'll be Marchuka, Petrosinelli, Aiden, Tanoff, and Meyerowicz out there as the five skaters in blue. Puck's dropped, one by Marchuka. Shot comes in, and that one's gloved down, no problem, off the Petrosinelli shot by the Thunder netminder. Do it all over again at the far dot here. It's Marchuka looking to win this again. He's being directed to stay on his side of the circle, but he does. And the Thunder try and get that out of the zone. They can't get past Petrosinelli. Leaves it down low for Marchuka. Return pass comes up toward Tanoff. He's able to keep the zone, and now that puck's in the slot, and the Raiders converge. Comes to Tanoff now. He keeps the zone on the forehand. Tries to work that over for Marchuka. He does. Marchuka has no choice but to go high as the Thunder netminder was well out of the blue paint. He went so high that puck left the ice surface and the glass. And so, with 5:24 left to go, after that little deflection off the netminder's stick, it's another offensive zone draw. It's the Thunder emerging with this one at the blue line. And they work that over the weak side of the ice. Aiden hurries to get back as the Thunder break into the offensive zone. He rubs his man out of the play, tries to lift his stick. Pass doesn't come to the slot like the Thunder want. Instead, it's at the far point. Petrosinelli in on his man. Knocks him over, and now that pass is going to come past the blue line, and Meyerowicz looks to track it down at center ice. He does. Meyerowicz there, breaks in the offensive zone, tries to dangle around his man. Tanoff now slaps one in deep. Marchuka will try and track this down at the far half wall. It's Marchuka sending that puck in deeper, looking for Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz turns, fires, can't get all he wanted to on that shot, and it's saved nicely by the Thunder goaltender. And so with 4:46 left to go here in the third, it's going to be another offensive zone draw for the Raiders. Now it'll be Fauci, Vigliotti, Kalemba, Steinfink, and Gosler out there as the 5 skaters from New York City. Puck's dropped. One forward by Fauci. He fires into the near corner. Thunder beat him to it and send it over to the weak side. Vigliotti guides it farther for Gosler. Gosler dumps it right back down. Kalemba now with the puck behind the net. Reverses over to Vigliotti. Vigliotti reverses it right back to Kalemba. Kalemba comes out, sends a tight angle shot, takes a heavy hit to do so. Rebound goes just wide after the Fauci shot. Thunder look to get this puck out of the zone. They do. It's a 2-on-2 developing for them as Gosler and Steinfink are back. Thunder break into the zone. Shot comes in. Speaker able to make the save there. It looked like an errant whistle maybe from another rink, as some of the players may have let up on both teams as that puck was coming into the offensive zone. In any event, Speaker making the save there on the shot. No, it looks like it wasn't an errant whistle. It was an offside. And so 4:16 left to go in this one. The Raiders win that offside faceoff. And Gosler has the puck. He's going to rack that around the boards, looking for Kalemba. It goes all the way out of the zone, and Kalemba has it. Kalemba trying to headman up to Fauci, hits a skate, and he takes the puck back himself. Now looks for Fauci in the slot, just a bit behind him, as Vigliotti all over his man. Looks like he had his hand just a little bit high there, and he's going to get called on this delayed penalty. Raiders need to touch up. Thunder pouring into the offensive zone. Vigliotti will now go after the puck to try and touch up. He does. We get a whistle with 3:47 left to go in this one. It'll be Vigliotti to the box for having an arm just a bit too high on that hit in the neutral zone. Well, don't head to the parking lot just yet from your sofa. Not sure what parking lot you'd be going to. But there's a lot of time left in this one. It'll be Berliner. He's got Aiden, Samosi, and Tanoff out there with him as the penalty killers. Minute 30 put on the board for that penalty. Raiders work that puck out of the zone. Thunder will have to clear the zone and delay. They do. Forwards are clear, and then they dump in. And it's Aiden turning to pick up the puck behind his own net and then sending that all the way down to the other end of the ice. It'll be an icing on the Raiders, but they're happy to escape any threat in their own zone, at least momentarily. Samosi, Berliner, Tanoff, and Aiden out there now as the penalty killers. And his faceoff's going to come to Speaker's left. Berliner leans over the dot there. Waits for the puck to be dropped. It is. It's one forward by the Thunder, but Samosi emerges with it and skates this out of the zone. It's Rafi Samosi through the neutral zone, doing it all on his own right now. His stick's lifted at the last second. He can't pull the trigger there. And Tanoff tries to keep that puck in the zone. Bounces on him. The Raiders happy to gum up the play here with 54 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Thunder. Berliner looks to track down the puck and dump it in deep. The Thunder emerge at their own blue line with the puck. Pass it in the neutral zone. Only so far as Samosi buys some time by dancing into open ice and then in the offensive zone. He loads up. He fires. It's going to be covered there by the Thunder netminder. And so with 2:54 left to go here in the third. Still 38 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Thunder. The Raiders will have an offensive zone draw. Marchuka at the far dot. Gosler and Steinfink behind him. Petrosinelli to his left. It's one over toward the half wall. Thunder try and work that puck out of the zone. They've got a mini break here, but Gosler trying to rub his man off the puck. They're in the slot. Speaker able to shut down that shot, and Gosler picks up the rebound, works that up to the far point. Comes over to Petrosinelli, uses the boards, looking for Marchuka. Just a bit too far for him, but it's chipped out of the neutral zone on some sticks coming together. So with 2:35 left to go, we'll have a stoppage in place. Still 19 seconds left on the man advantage for the Thunder. Looks like it's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Raiders, as that puck must have come off a Thunder stick in the Thunder zone, not the neutral zone. Puck's dropped, one by Marchuka. Works it up for Steinfink, who smartly just dumps that in deep. Steinfink now Waiting at the blue line is Marchuka in on the forecheck. Marchuka gets there first and just dumps it in deeper again. 7 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Thunder. Thunder work that into the neutral zone. Steinfink, long reach, cuts out the play at least momentarily. That rolling puck does come into the offensive zone there for the Thunder. Marchuka takes a heavy hit, but he does get that puck out of the zone, and now it's Meyerowicz firing at the offensive blue line. Thunder come away with the puck. Some heavy hitting out there as that puck comes free to Gosser in his own zone. He'll retreat behind his own net, and he's on the forehand, and he'll just wait there, Gosser will, to try and chip this out of the zone. Thunder able to keep the zone. Boy, these players really going after it here in the final minutes of this one. As the puck sits at the blue line, and it looks like we'll have a whistle now as the players continue to come together here at the blue line with some words for each other. And so with 1:51 left to go here in the third, we'll see what kind of justice is meted out to both teams. Well, lots of advice being given from the stands here by parents of both teams as to who might need to go to the box for the other team. An explanation being given here. To both benches. Looks like neither bench is particularly satisfied so far with the explanations, so the talks will continue. It'll be Petro Sinelli to the box. And we'll see how many skaters we have for each team, as a Thunder player is also in the box. All right, 5-on-5 hockey here, so they took one from each. And it'll be Berliner at center ice trying to win this faceoff with Samosi to his right, Koszlewski to his left, Tanoff and Aiden behind them. Puck comes to a Thunder player. They break into the offensive zone and dump that puck in deep. Under 2 minutes left to play here as the Thunder work that puck all the way over to the near corner. Samosi picks up the puck. He's going to be able to skate that up to the blue line. Then Tanoff does the rest of the work and sends it diagonally through the neutral zone so as not to ice it. And then that puck bounces out of play with 1:30 left to go here in the third period. We'll keep an eye on the Thunder netminder. You'd expect the netminder to be pulled here, down 2 goals with 90 seconds left, but because the tournament rules do factor in goal difference, you have a decision to make there. I'm not sure what the analytics say for the Thunder coach. In any event, it's Berliner with the puck at the end boards, takes that puck into his equipment, and the Thunder look to emerge at the far half wall with it. Berliner still all over his man. It comes up to Steinfink, rolls off his backhand, so the Thunder will emerge in the neutral zone, now into the offensive zone. They load up, send a bouncing puck in on Speaker. He's able to just cover there as that puck was coming up on his wrist. He was able to shake it off into the leg pad fast enough before any Thunder player got there. 1:07 left to go here in the third period. It's going to be a defensive zone draw to Speaker's left. And it's going to be Marchuka there to take this draw. He's got Fauci, Steinfink, Meyerowicz, and Gosser out there with him. Gosser emerges after that face-off win by Marchuka and tries to rack that off the glass. It hits a stanchion again, and it sits in the defensive zone of the Raiders. Now Steinfink tries to work that puck up farther. Thunder cut out that play, and a shot comes in, goes wide of the cage. Gosser will look to send that puck out of the zone. Steinfink does well in front of the net to prevent any follow-up shot. Now it's Marchuka in the neutral zone. Marchuka on the puck, sends that in deep. 40 seconds left to go in this one. Raiders happy to just kill as much of the clock here as they can. It's Marchuka skating on the puck in the far corner. Comes up to Gosser, who has the puck trapped in his skates, so he prevents the Thunder from having any breakaway there. Marchuka finds the puck. He sends a long shot in. Just over 20 seconds left to go now in this one. Fauci all over the puck, looking to pass that over to Meyerowicz and at least gum up any play here from the Thunder in the other direction. It's Marchuka, on the puck in the far corner. The Thunder will emerge now after 2 players took the puck off him. Some heavy hitting there at center ice. The Thunder break in, though. It's a mini break on Speaker, who's just going to stick that aside to the corner, and that'll do it. There goes the buzzer here. We've gone final in Marlborough, Massachusetts, Game 3. It's the New York City Raiders 3, the Adirondack Thunder 1. There should be more hockey tomorrow for the New York City Raiders. We just don't know that for sure yet. check the Instagram page and the YouTube channel, as well as the Sports Engine chat, and we'll be able to update you on when that game might be. But until then, stay safe, and thanks for watching.